Fifth grade ESL students. It's Mr. Caesar back with your activities for today. Okay, picture prompt, level 1. What do you see? What is broken? How do you know? And what do you think happened? Okay, easy. Level 2, can you create a story about this picture? A beginning, middle, and end? Okay, and think about how did this happen? Okay, and who is responsible? So you should have a character. And what are the consequences? All right. So last time we had this reading about snow, which I'm glad it's not snowing anymore. Okay, so number 1, it was asked, what was the narrator doing in the story? The narrator was actually having a snowball fight. Okay, some of those clues were being pummeled, mittens were soaked through, didn't want to look like a wimp, and she knew she was about to be beat, or being beat. Okay, and then number 2. So what are the antonyms, which is opposite? So we have reject, accept. We've got miniature, enormous. We've got bold, timid. We've got factual with false. Okay, and then we've got wide and narrow. Okay. Synonyms for the word shy could be timid. Okay, fake could be false, and brave, let's see, it could be bold. Okay, so remember, synonym is the same, and I always remember it because the word same starts with an S and synonym starts with an S. So synonym, same. I always think of it that way. And antonym is the opposite. All right, rewrite the sentence. I need to find my hat, mittens, and boots before I go outside. Okay, I need to find my hat, comma, mittens, comma, and boots before I go outside. We started to talk about when we have a group of things that you have to use a comma after each thing. We'll definitely practice that more next year. We just didn't get to practice it due to leaving school, but that's something we'll work on. All right, so now preposition. Remember, preposition is location. He stomped through the snow, so through. Thus they glided over the snow, so over. I pulled my sled up the steep hill, the word up. Okay, location. My feet were warm in my snow boots. I would say in. Yes, in. I didn't miss that one. Sorry. They walked around the snowdrift. Around. Okay. And we put a colorful hat on the snowman, the word on. Okay. Circle a word that does not belong. Okay. So the word that does not belong is now because it doesn't rhyme with the other words. Okay, think about it all. Snow, ho, row, toe has that like O sound, and that the other word does not. All right, fill in the correct pronoun. Blank all went sledding today. We all went sledding today. It's talking about a group. Okay. She built a snowman. I played in the snow with him. Will you hand me my mittens? Now, some of you might have asked yourself, the him and the she were tricky, but if I put him built a snowman, it doesn't make sense. So we really can't use that. If it was he and she, that would have been easier to kind of flip-flop those, but not with him and she. All right. So now we have mountains. Okay, number 1, use the words to fill in the blanks. We've got tall, taller, and tallest. Okay, so we're comparing. These are comparative, okay, adjectives. All right, so you're going to put them in the sentence. Number 2, we have mammals in the mountains. It says mammals that live in the mountain habitats have thick fur to protect them from the cold. Many mountain mammals, such as yaks and marmots, have dark fur. Dark colors absorb more light from the sun, which helps to keep them warm. Some animals, like mountain goats and snowshoe hares, have white fur. While they do not stay as warm as animals with dark fur, the white fur helps them to blend in with the snow to stay safe from predators. Why do some mountain mammals have white fur? What is a disadvantage of having white fur? So disadvantage, like what is bad about them having white fur? Okay, so think about that. Okay, number 4, which sentence was written correctly? So you're looking for that grammar and punctuation and all that. Okay. And then number 5, what does it mean to make a mountain out of a molehill? We started to talk about idioms, so this is another one, okay? See if you can figure it out, okay? 6, rewrite the sentence to make it better by adding 2 adjectives and an adverb. So an adverb means that you are describing the verb, okay? So the girls are a noun and climbed is our verb. So how could you describe the word climbed? Okay, so see if you can figure that out, and then I will show it to you next time. All right, on a new slide, write about a time when you or someone you know made a mountain out of a molehill. Well, hopefully you can figure that phrase out. If you can't, that's okay. Some of these idioms are very tricky, okay? So next time I will definitely help you with that. And also Granny's Candies, I got set 2 of the game, which was exciting. And it has a lot of idioms and figurative language, so we will definitely be practicing those next year. All right. Listening. Oops. Zoom out. All right, listening. This was our drawing last time. That was a nice little Easter bunny. Okay, so here is a little boy with a big egg in his wheelbarrow. That's what it's called. So draw a house in the upper left corner. Draw 2 trees on the right side of the house. Draw a basket with eggs in the lower left corner. Draw a girl sitting next to the Easter basket. Draw 2 eggs next to the girl. Draw 2 bushes in the lower right corner. Draw an egg between the bushes. And if you want, you can color the picture. All right, so we had this little boy last time, and we were supposed to write sentences about it. So I wrote a boy reads, 3 words. A quiet boy reads. So I try to get an adjective in there. 5 words. A quiet boy is reading. I had to switch it around there. And then 6, a boy reads on his bed. And then 7, a boy reads on his bed before bedtime. So I thought maybe that's why he was reading. All right, so our next one is a soccer game. Okay, so what do you see? Talking about this slide, what do you see? What are the sizes, the colors, numbers, shapes? Where are they? Okay, are they moving? Definitely moving in this picture. What's the mood? Okay, mood is what's the feeling that you get? Okay, you can get the mood from the people in it and also the mood of how you feel when you look at it too. Okay, what's in the background? So the background is like where my cursor is right now. What's in the background? Okay, like things like that. Like what's this man doing? Okay, maybe you can figure that out. All right, let me zoom back. And then when do you think it was taken? You know, maybe think about like seasons and things like that. And what sounds might you hear? Definitely a lot of sounds. All right, so again, we're going to write 3 words, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I just want you to work on adding those adjectives and just making your sentences better and better and better. If you really want to stretch yourself, you can make your 7-word sentence and you can use that to write a story about the picture if you want. Okay, that could be something you could do. Okay, if you get bored, which you might be bored, you might not be bored, I don't know. All right, Granny's Candies time. So, what does this phrase mean? Green with envy. Okay, that means that you're jealous. If you see this little girl, I tried to find this picture, a good picture for you. This little girl did not get a good grade on her test, but her friend or classmate did, and she's jealous. She wants that good grade. Okay. Now they say, I used to watch this show called Once Upon a Time, and the Wicked Witch of the West, her skin is green. So they say that's where this expression comes from, green with envy, because the Wicked Witch of the West, if you ever watched the movie, really does not like Dorothy at all, is jealous of her, wants the ruby slippers from her. So supposedly that's where this phrase came about, because the Wicked Witch of the West skin is green with envy. All right, so next one is, what does this phrase mean? Frog in my throat. I do not have an actual frog in my throat. Okay, so what does that mean? All right, I will see you next time.